Rainier Avenue Radio.
My name is Keith. I'm a barber from Tacoma, Washington. When the pandemic hit, it did affect me as a business owner. I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. But I was talking to a doctor, and he was telling me more about what it could do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us. To learn more, please visit hereforuswa.org.
Hello, listener. What's important to you about what's going on in your community? Are you interested? Are you concerned? In any case, I invite you to tune into my show, Seattle Here and Now, on Rainier Avenue Radio App. Why? I will be covering a wide range of topics important to you and impacting the community. Each show will have a special guest or guests to share with you information on a variety of subjects that are happening here and now in Seattle. I promise I will work hard to make my show informative, interesting, and entertaining. Be sure to listen to Seattle Here and Now on Rainier Avenue Radio World.
This is Monique Lee from the Afternoons with Monique show. I'm also the owner of Seattle Love Broker, a relationship consulting and matchmaking company. Tune in every Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. to listen to intriguing, informative, and entertaining guests share stories of their past and vision for the future of our community.
This is Tyrone with God Is, and the inspiration of gospel music also on Rainier Avenue Radio World. We give out free food each and every Saturday from 11 to 2. And so we want you to come on out and support us when we love on your community. And we also have a fish fry once a month. We want to raise funds, put back into the community. And so come on and support us. We need your love. And also, if you want to be connected with us, go to Rainier Avenue Radio World. Get to the website, Facebook, Instagram, and God Is. And as God Is got a website, we need your help, community. So come on out and get your free food each and every Saturday it is. And so we asking for donation, whatever you feel to give from your heart to the mind. And as we're doing it right here for you, go to our website and touch love and give back. And so come on by 810 23rd Avenue, Rainier Avenue Radio World, your community radio station and inspiration of all the things we do in your community.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World.
What's good? You're locked into fresh juice right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. I'm D Money.
What's up? It's Pint Size Patron ID Yourself, you heard?
Every Wednesday, 9 to 11, with interviews,
new hip hop and R&B, straight from Washington streets and worldwide.
Don't go nowhere. Here's the first song.
I don't do for you, I do for me. And all this beauty I possess inside, I let it rise. Electricize and shock the world to hear these filled with dreams. Turn into the women with the vision, know what we want, precision. We didn't ask for your opinion as we take dominion over self, spirit, mind. My time is mine, don't whine. Got them weak ass lines, I find a real human is fine in the presence of the feminine divine. I ain't gonna tell you one more time, you need to pause with them twisted laws. Got no jurisdiction, I don't send a clause. Just apologize and listen or you'll catch his claws. Cause it's a blood sacrifice and my kitty don't play nice. We bring down the empire, don't think twice. Kalima, snakehead, coke queen ice. They gon' see us coming with this global strike. Woman, the reason mankind exists, they must lost their mind, they underestimate us. Phenomenon, na phenomenon. Woman, oh no, you don't wanna miss your divine power, you're a phenomenist. Phenomenon, na phenomenon. Oh hell, the queens, the aunties, the grandmas, the sisters, the mamas that dissolve it all when they kiss us. Man, the bliss is, it's us. Divine femininity, like the Holy Trinity. Maternal burning synergy, creating brand new energy. Like the greatest being, simply giving life all of its meaning, gently. Beautiful symphony is she. Not to be played, but to be seen. Not to be safe, for she is free. Stop trying to cage the real beast and try to make ways for her wage to increase. Come on now, don't tell me to smile or how I should feel, or that the fashion I wear controls your appeal. That distraction is real. Now I need order in the court, and let's endorse this phenomenon force. Woman, the reason mankind exists, they must lost their mind, they underestimate us. Phenomenon, na phenomenon. Woman, oh no, you don't wanna miss your divine power, you're a phenomenist. Phenomenon, na phenomenon. Mamas, grandmamas, feminist, brujas, eres, feminist. This is sisterhood, feminist, fem deadly venoms, phenomenon. Sound alchemist, she's a phenomenist. Giver of life, destroyer of the myth of subordinates, weakness, fragility, speak this. Me to bring the truth on. Then try to lock down our rooms, the power most fear. Handmaiden to the reckoning is here. Law of my land, my body, my plan. We'll never lay down, we'll never backtrack. FDV with the suffragist hat. This is a riot and we can't keep quiet. Gag at the mouth with the price for silence. Strange of the guard, the ignorance and violence. I said riot and we won't keep quiet. Grabs back when she's under attack. Hit the place for rights and we won't backtrack. Never look back. Woman, for the reason mankind exists, they must lost their mind, they underestimate us. Phenomenon, na phenomenon. Woman, oh no, you don't wanna miss your divine power, you're a phenomenist. Phenomenon, na phenomenon. Cut it like this.
Yeah, how about that? Rainier Avenue Radio, Fresh Juice, opening up with new stuff from Oakland, Fem Deadly Venoms, Phenomena, like that right there. It's coming out on June 17th, their next release. You can go check it out right there. But we got more music to play, hip-hop and R&B variety here on Fresh Juice, the number 599th episode of the show. We've been doing this for like 10 or 11 years, so it all adds up, and number 600 is next week. We got a good number 599 for you though. 3 guests coming through. Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself will not be here, but in studio we will have M5 Vibe making his first appearance on the program, and coming back will be Sean The Shaman and Greg Cypher. There we go. And Gregory Cypher, formerly of Kung Fu Grip. And lots to come right there. Thank you, Miles, for checking in. Have a great broadcast together with your guests. Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to having a good one. And yes, next week is 200. So really quick right off the bat here, if you would like to jump in and wish us a happy 600 or anything like that, feel free to hit us. And you can hit us at dbellis@live.com this week. Either submit a video or join us live for that to wish us a happy 600 episode this week. Just email dbells@live.com like it's described there on the screen. All right, so we have one of 3 guests ready. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our first guest here. So making his first appearance ever on Fresh Juice, M5 Vibe.
Hey, let's go. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you bringing me on.
We all know that applause is in short supply these days, so we had to do it a little virtually. But it's good to have you on the show. And man, how's your week been?
It's been good. It's been busy. Putting a lot into promoting this show that we got coming out up on April 2nd here at the Hot Dive Bar in Fremont. So on top of that, just working on projects, personal stuff. Just it's been busy. I mean, life nowadays is just normally busy anyway. So yeah, we're keeping it moving.
That's solid, man. Definitely. Now, so I have a quick riddle for you real quick.
What's up?
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Slap.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the out of me.
There you go.
That was a smack heard around the world.
I know everybody's been talking about it, but
history.
I just wanted a quick joke on it.
I didn't see that coming. In the back of my mind, I thought about it, but I didn't see it coming. Okay, you got me. That riddle got me.
That's got to be the first time ever in an award show that someone literally walked up to the stage and smacked somebody. The only person who could probably do that is Will Smith.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even watching. Of course, like timelines, feeds are just flooded with it.
Man,
right afterwards,
everyone got their opinion on that.
Oh yeah.
It's wild though. It's wild though. So yeah, you got this show coming up here. That you and I think Greg Cypher and Sean the Shaman will be joining us shortly. But yeah, all three of you guys are on this show.
Yes.
High Dive, April 2nd.
April 2nd, High Dive Bar Planting Seeds event. Yeah. Sean the Shaman, shout out to him. He's the one that looked out for me for this show. This is my first show in Seattle, so I just moved here about a few months ago, and I've been putting in work, in the scene, and he showed mad love for putting me on. So shout out to him. Greg Cypher, Generational Wealth. I wasn't really kind of familiar with them until I got put onto the show, and I checked out their music, and the music goes. I have it in my playlist, so. I'm excited to see them on stage. I'm a fan. I get to perform and I got to sit back as a fan, So, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be an exciting show. My homie New Intel from the Fifth Dimension. Y'all know what that is. Y'all gonna find out at the show. Okay. So y'all got to come through, man. He's a bass guy, and my big brother too. And we got Justice Bada. He's out of PDX. He's coming through. He's performing with and my big brothers, myself. And he's also on my new EP that's dropping off in May. And Moya Bree, amazing Seattle artist out in Bellevue, incredible. She's woo. She's gonna blow. She's gonna blow. She's on her way, but she's also on my upcoming album. I'm really excited to perform with them in this city for the first time as well. So.
Okay, I feel it. April 2nd should be a good show. Now you said you moved from somewhere. Where'd you come from?
Oh yeah, I lived, nationally and internationally. I just recently moved from Eugene, Oregon. Shout out Eugene, Oregon. It's a beautiful, beautiful community out there, especially in the art world. The art world is ridiculous. So many talent packed into that one little area. I was doing my thing out there. Started off spoken word, and just transitioned into music. And I found a talent and a love for that. And hey, now we're here 5 years later, still at it.
Man, okay. Just moving around. Is Seattle a stopping point, or is this just a point along the way?
I'm still getting warmed up to the rain. It rains a lot more here. I thought the Pacific Northwest
more
was
than
the
Eugene.
Same. I thought it was the same. I was proven wrong. Seattle is hands down the champion of the rainiest cities in America. I don't know. I'm still warming up to the city. I'm really looking forward to the summertime. Everybody talks about the summer here, so I'm looking forward to see what the summer. I want to check out all the landmarks and the mountains and the rivers and everything that Washington got to offer. And on top of that, check out the summertime scene here too. But I'm here for at least a couple of years, really, really embedding myself here and giving back to the community while I'm here as well. Look out for that too. I'm working with the city. Hopefully these grants come through to put on something for more so for the hip hop and R&B community here. But that's in the works right now. I don't want to give it too much away. But it's going, it's rolling.
Okay, so how much sightseeing have you done?
Man, a little bit.
Hey, I don't blame you. I mean, even people who were born here have almost never.
Yeah, I've done a little bit, just very minor stuff. I got my dog with me, and he loves the outdoor stuff. So I take him out. We go a few places every so often. But I'm kind of waiting till this rain kind of clears up a little bit to really kind of get out there and also meet some folks here too to come along with, you know what I'm saying? So just came from Spokane the other weekend. Shout out B Light. She was supposed to be on the show, but I think she's headed somewhere here pretty soon. But
okay,
she took me out there and showed me how she get down. Amazing artist. Check out Be Light, amazing artist. Yeah, so I got to see Spokane. Spokane was cool.
Yeah,
old city.
It does kind of have that feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, have you been to Portland?
Oh yeah, plenty of times. That's like right down the road from Eugene.
For sure.
So yeah, Portland is a cool city. I guess I wasn't there too much and entrenched too much in Portland's trenches to really kind of know really deep down about it, but it's so far so good from what I experienced.
Okay, dope. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and break in with some more music here, some R&B tunes for you, and coming up we'll have Sean the Shaman and Greg Cypher. But right now in studio we have M5 Vibe. Feel free to jump in on those comments, y'all. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. All of those right there. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Everything that they say right there. We do appreciate you as always. But yeah, we're going to jump into this next joint here. Coming out of Brooklyn from Devon Terrell. It's called Boys Don't Cry. All right, that's an R&B track for you right there.
I mean, I've cried, so I have to. I don't know about that title, but I'll listen to the song.
Let's see how this song makes you feel, M5.
I might cry. Let's see.
Devon Terrell, Boys Don't Cry on Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh Juice. Don't go anywhere. We're live until 11.
Stuck, and I don't want you to see me cry. You never hear this on the radio, 'cause when it's live, boys don't cry. Oh, now you got me in my feelings. I'm feeling like I wanna die, and it's all your fault. Oh, I hate you, I love you, I don't want my friends seeing me in this light. But I'm gonna shine this little light of mine, will blind you from what I'm really feeling inside. Stuck, yelling 'cause I don't want it on the radio, playing 'cause boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. You'll never see that side. On me. I can't believe I'm confessing. I learned my lesson. Oh, every time that I look in the mirror, I tend to question myself. Don't change the fact that I'm just there, hurting you. I never knew you would leave. Now I'm going through the motions, begging to get back to you. I'm hurting more than you'll ever know. It will never show, but I'm gonna shine. This little light of mine will blind you from what I'm really feeling inside. Stuck, yelling 'cause I don't want it on the radio, playing 'cause boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. You'll never see that side. On me. All this time I was blind to what we've been through. And I
Rainier Avenue Radio, Fresh Juice, Devon Terrell. The joint is called Boys Don't Cry, new R&B out of Brooklyn. And looks like Keith Samuels was feeling that one. If you're a Rainier Avenue Radio faithful, you know who Keith Samuels is. He is Sergio LaCour, who hosts LaCour's Love Lines on Thursdays at 9 p.m. R&B music straight up right there. But Boys Don't Cry by Devon Terrell. I go by name of D Money, Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself not in tonight, but here in studio joining us is M5 Vibe, y'all.
Yeah. That was a beautiful track.
Yeah, you like
that?
It?
Was I wrote it down.
Did it make you cry though?
I felt it built up. You know what I'm saying? I need to listen to it at home by myself, in the dark room somewhere, real quick, to get it out.
You need to cry in private.
That was a really great track. I'm a fan. Yep. Can't play.
I mean, it's funny too, because this is we had to do the edited version because we're on the air, but instead of stuck, it's F word actually. I don't know if that changes anything, but it's he's really feeling it. Something went down in his life. He's gonna drop the F word 3 times in a row.
Well, it does ring true. We're not really taught to cry or show our emotions in that kind of way. So just hearing a track like that is a beautiful way to display that in a musical platform.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I don't want to get too real or uncomfortable with it, but what's your personal take on as far as crying is as a man? I mean, do you do it? Do you do it in public? Do you only do it in private? What's your take?
I mean, I just wasn't raised to cry. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I do cry, but
yeah,
I can't tell you the last time I did. So it's just I think it just gets to that point where it does happen, but it doesn't happen often at all. Like, it's just, I deal with it. I roll with the punches. And honestly, I tell my friends that cry all the time. I was like, I wish I could cry like you. I wish I could let it out like that easy, because it looks relieving.
It is.
So I don't know. I mean, I doubt I'll tap into that somehow to where I can just do it on a dime, but that's life, right?
Yeah, it is. I'm actually oh, wait a minute. Why am I getting the sound off there? Is it shortened out? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm actually a little bit of a crier myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes, just I'll wake up, be a little bit overwhelmed, cry, get some of that stress out.
Yeah,
I heard that's actually proven by science. Crying is especially a reliever of stress. It's shown in tests or whatever that someone had some high stress, they cried, and then their stress level and their breathing and all that kind of stuff just lowered.
Oh yeah, I hear all the time. I just need to cry it out.
Yeah,
oh, man, I wish I could do that. But something I realized too is I feel like it's different. I mean, this is my personal take on this. Tears of joy and tears of sadness, right? So I cried tears of sadness, and I feel like the at least in my personal opinion, they drop really fast. They're really thin. I guess you could say thin tears. That's the only way I can explain it. With tears of joy, like my eyes get all glossy, and then the drops are super thick. Yeah. So I don't know if there's a difference in the way your body produces each kind of cry. You ever notice that?
Yeah. That's definitely an interesting perspective on it. A different type of cry requires a different type of energy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Happy cry versus sad cry versus mad cry. I'm crying, but I'm also beating everything up in sight.
Just bulging out your head, fist bleeding.
Yes, tears are falling, but there's blood everywhere.
I hear that. Oh man, that's younger days. I don't do that anymore, man. I'm trying to protect this body of mine.
Yeah, right. Feel a little bit safer, I want people to be feel a little bit more comfortable in our presence. But you know, anger's a real thing. We all got it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're angry, man, what's your outlet?
Music, definitely.
Yes.
Music. Just write it out. If I'm sad, write it out. I mean, I don't necessarily do that all the time, but I know that for sure helps. And on top of that, just getting outside, taking a walk, taking a breather.
Ooh, yes.
For longer. I mean, I realize it takes meditation too. Meditation definitely.
Yes.
Normally, like once I get past whatever I'm doing, 15 minutes into it, 20 minutes into it, that's when I start feeling those calming effects. I'm calming down now. Like I just had to process some things, you know. So writing helped a lot in my life. Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the reason why I'm here is just started writing, started journaling, and sharing it, you know.
And I can almost already tell that, like right from the jump, because when I was trying to find a song to play tonight, I saw Tortured Artist on there, man. Just you've been writing about this for sure.
Yeah, Tortured. Yeah. Oh man, shout out BKA IZ. He produced the drums on that track. And that was the very first song I ever put out, I ever wrote. And yeah, it went randomly viral on TikTok last year. And I couldn't believe it. I was very grateful. Shout out to everybody who's been listening, who's been sharing that track. Did it go out again?
No, it's these headphones, man.
Gotcha. And that song, it meant a lot to me to put that out. I was really in a bad space when I wrote that and when I recorded that.
Wow.
And yeah, a lot of pain went into that song.
Wow. Okay. Your first one ever.
Yeah.
Well, what made you decide to pick up the pen for the first time?
I say depression, you know, just a lot of stuff that I've been through, like just like you said, boys don't cry, you know, just not processing a lot of the stuff, and didn't know how to just destroy myself. You know, I need to get all these things out of my body in a healthy way, and I just stumbled upon it. I started journaling, and I just couldn't stop after some point. It was like maybe 2017, I would say. Started journaling, just writing, and started transforming all like a lot of these journal inserts into poetry. I read it to one of my friends one day, and she's like, "You should read this at an open mic." I'm like, I don't know about this. This is deep, sobby stuff. Nobody wants to hear this from a man, you know. And she's like, "No, you should go up there." So I was like, cool. So know myself, I rehearsed it for a week. Super nervous. I was super nervous.
Yes.
I was shaking like a leaf, man. You should see me on stage. Like the paper was just going. I was like,
wow.
I could barely hold on to that thing, you know. And I went up there and I did my thing, and hopped off stage, and people was like, "Yo, where can we find your art at? Where can we find you?" I was like, this is my first time, you know. Just like they didn't believe it, and that's when that little light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, "Yo, I might be onto something." So and that was the beginning of this writing journey. I played the drums for quite a few years.
Oh, wow. The drums. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But so we're doing drumming for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Start journaling,
Mm-hmm.
becomes rhyming.
Yeah.
Someone convinces you to take the stage on an open mic for the first time.
Yep.
Great reception.
Yep. So I did
and that's where it all begins.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did an open mic, started doing the spoken words for about a year.
Yeah.
Eugene. Started doing the Tsunami Books had a poetry slam I started competing in, ran by Joy LaFleur down there. I shout out her. She's an amazing poet herself. And met my homie Rati and JR. We formed this group, Not Applicable. They initially wanted a spoken word piece for the music. We sat down, we started creating, and it was like we knew each other for years. That's where we just create dope songs back to back to back to back, you know, and that's where it's a spiral, just a snowball, just everything just kept going and going and going and going and going and going, until here and until we're. I mean, there's a whole bunch of steps that happen between all that,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
But like they say on Seinfeld, and yada yada yada, I'm here.
I'll write a book about it. There we go.
Hey, I think there's some people who probably want to read it. So yeah, definitely go ahead and write that book, you know. All right, I think it's time for our first break, y'all. So we'll be back in a few minutes right here. M5 Vibe in the studio, y'all. Hoping to get Sean The Shaman and Greg Cypher to join us live here shortly. But stay tuned. You're on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. This is Hip Hop and R&B show, Fresh Juice, with myself, D Money, Pint-Sized Patron, and ID Yourself.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
My name is Josephine, and I live in Renton, Washington. Even after getting COVID in 2020, I still did not want to have anything to do with the vaccination. There was much fear in the African-American community. Before you do anything, pray. And make sure that you're praying to get the answer and not praying to get your answer. Reconsider, asking yourself why you are hesitant about getting it.
To learn more, please visit weconsiderwa.org.
The Beat of the Fox with Nastiness is back on K-Fox Night Beat.
Yo, what's the deal? It's the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mixmaster Ice from UTFO.
What's up? Who you thought this is? This is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And this is Terry Lewis.
And I'm Grand Mixer GMS.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Third Degree.
This is JJ Hudson from the High Children family.
Sunday nights from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's K-Fox Night Beat with DJ Nastiness.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
That's my noise.
Peace.
This is your Rainier Avenue Radio.world community update on online Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. If you're looking for an AA meeting, find one every day online at aaphonemeetings.org. That's aaphonemeetings.org.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm Granville Emerson along with my partner, Renault Pepe Bean. And we host the show Little Line Sports right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, where we talk about football, basketball, local sports, national sports, Seahawks, UW, Seattle U Redhawks, Garfield Bulldogs, all that and more right here on Little Line Sports on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
My name is Keith. I'm a barber from Tacoma, Washington. When the pandemic hit, it did affect me as a business owner. I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. But I was talking to a doctor, and he was telling me more about what it could do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us. To learn more, please visit hereforuswa.org.
All right, here we go. What's up, Seattle? It's Art Bay, and you listening to Fresh Juice on Rainier Ave Radio with D Money, Pint-Sized Patron, and ID Yourself.
Flaming hot like Frito chips, show me a coaches came to kick it hard. Style, baby, phone been crazy lately. Do it in the wind and now it's gone. I feel a little lighter. What is my lighter? And how I'm going like the joke is fit some more. Anywho, trust if people wanna reach you, then they will. Mama said, drop your bags, wipe your bag, you is the bag. You can't be taking that shit. You probably got my big, my flow like this. I'm getting around the world. I'm established. I seen 1,000 bands at once. I'm 1,000 bands at once. You probably never wanted this. I probably never lighten up. I grew up in the dirty south and I ain't talking country bones out. From where the sun is up until we want it gone. Stand in the bathroom, grams on the nightstand, coke in the right hand, attitude on the left. Got it flaming hot, like Frito chips, so me and cup just came to kick it hard. Alright. Style, baby, phone been crazy lately. Do it in the wind and now it's gone. I feel a little lighter. What is my lighter? And how I'm going like the jump and fit some more. Anywho, trust if people wanna reach you, then they will. Mama said, drop your bags, wipe your bag, you is the bag. You can't be taking that. Labels talking percentages, saying that they be stacking more dividends. Yeah, but see, I'm in here for the long haul, and I know exactly where the billions is. Bar for bar, let's go. You talk the talk, I walked it, you taught them wrong. Right in the glossary. Bar for bar, I fought the noise off with my noise and my voice. It went hoarse. I know it's tight in your shoulders.
A heavy heart in the pit of the grown-up. They said to the bachelor, where's the groom, what's the hold-up? He left a note that says, I don't have enough hands to hold hers. Putting up the story, see, kid, it's a cold world. The more you lighten up, the more the world works for you. Just know I'm living proof. I stay up in the proof, alright, like fame and hot, like Frito chips and me, yeah, coffee came to kick it hard. Yeah, style, baby, phone been crazy lately, do it in the wind and now it's gone. I feel a little lighter, what is my lighter? And how I'm going like the joke is fish or mo. Anywho, trust if people wanna reach you, then they will. Mama said, drop your bags, wipe your back, you is the bag. You can't be taking that.
Rainier Avenue Radio, Fresh Juice, myself, D Money, Pint Size Patron ID Yourself. That's a new one from Cartoons with 2 R's right there. Lida featuring Ray Khalil off of Homegrown, which will be dropping on 420 out of New York right there. And here live with my guest of the evening, M5 Vibe, here in the studio. And yeah, just during that show, you were saying you've heard of the featured artist on there were Ray Khalil before.
Yeah. I was random on. I mean, shout out to Discover Weekly. They know me, but they be trying to send me the same music, the same type of music all the time. I was like, they don't know me that well,
right?
But she came across my Discover Weekly, and I was like, yo, it was this track called Maria, and I'm like, yo, this chick's verse to the vocals to the instrumentations. And then it's a switch over at the very end of that track, which, like I said, I was telling you earlier, scared the hell out of me because I'm driving when I'm listening to this. And it was like it was a car crash, and I'm grabbing the steering wheel, I'm looking around the window like, who crashed? It was crazy. And then the song kicked in. I'm like, oh, that was part of the song. So I was like, I was telling you, like, they need to ban car crashes and music. They need to ban sirens and music, because sirens get me too. I'm looking around like, yo, slow down. Am I speeding? Like, where's the cop car at? It's just I don't. And then on top of that, and I have really bad flight anxiety.
Yeah.
So when horns go off like really loud in music and I'm flying, like I freak out. I think it's like the emergency shit going off. Oh, I'm sorry, the emergency stuff, emergency things going off in on the plane.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm a little rattled, man. The Army got me a little shell shock. That's what they used to call it.
Man, that'd be getting me too. That'd be getting me too. Yeah, I'll be driving, and there'd be like a siren in the song or something, and I'm looking around like, where's the cop at? Am I about to get pulled over and harassed? No.
Oh, man, hopefully not. Evade.
Oh my God. But I mean, obviously, just listening to a track, I think it's a bad idea. But if you're in the club and you're dancing, I don't know. Sometimes these sound effects by DJs, when it's added in later on, I think it could be kind of cool in those senses.
Oh yeah.
But elsewhere in this world, keep it off the music, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, whatever. I might use it. I mean, talking trash right now. I'm probably going to use it eventually in music. So
yeah, it's a sound effect, y'all. Yeah. It's a sound effect. I mean, I have a couple of sound effects here. I don't have a siren here or a any of that, but I got some other stuff.
I'm gonna break out the spaceship sound effects at the show. Yeah, pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, I was like, because I found a little it's like, oh, spacey sound effects on my iPad. It's like, oh, I might break this out at the show.
Yeah, I think that can always add to a live show. We always talk like with artists, like, how do you spice up, your live show? You can't just hold a mic and rhyme, that's cool, especially if your lyrics are good. But even sometimes being able to hear lyrics is bad at these venues. So it's like, how do you make your set special?
You gotta put on a show. I was told that earlier on in the career. It's like, yo, anybody can get on stage. Like, like, what are you going to bring to it? What's your originality? Where's your mind at? How can you pull this out in your mind on a budget? You know what I'm saying? If I had my way, I would say I had UFOs. I'd have coming from the ceiling to beam me up. You know what I'm saying? All types of stuff. It'll go crazy.
Man, that's Chris Brown money right there.
I have all types of stuff, but on a budget, like, what can you do to leave somebody with something to remember you by? Coming off the stage. Just put on to a lot of the old school cats, and see what they did, because they put on shows back in the day.
Yes, they did.
They put on shows. Just watching some of the stuff, like, man, like I'm looking at myself like, yo, back in the day, would I come to my show? Probably not, I mean, I would, shout out, my show is dope, what I'm saying? I'm not putting myself down like that, but the way they killed it on stage, just and the energy they brought, and I've seen some, like, just of course, even now to this day, there's amazing performers, not knocking anybody, amazing performers and amazing shows that I've seen, especially like these past few years, pre-COVID and post-COVID. So you gotta leave them something to remember you by with I don't know, my bandmate, he can get wild. He used to get super wild. He's a little bit more tame now, but there's no telling what he might do. I don't put it past him. So but he's amazing. That's I met him, actually his birthday was a couple of days ago. I met him 3 or 4 years on his birthday. And the first time I met him, the energy was great.
Well, it was his birthday, so you kind of expect that.
Yeah, true. But I was like, the chances, like, you start thinking about probability too. Like, he doesn't go out much at all.
Oh wow.
And he just happened to be in the same place that I was at, and we linked, we crossed each other's paths. We like felt his energy. I was like, he's dope. We exchanged numbers. A few more months later, we're in the studio, kind of like, hey, he's checking my stuff out, and he's like, man, let's really kind of push this forward. And now we're still working together 4 years later, like that cross meeting, because he doesn't ever go out. So I was like, man, if I never met you that night, would I've ever met you, man? Because you're a hermit. So I was talking to him about that today, and just a chance of just meeting people, like, and then like, you look back, it's like, yo, like, that was a amazing just time that we cross paths, and now look at us. Now look at our friendship. Now look at our business partnership. So
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Talk about the energy in the beginning of that. Yeah, that's inspiring. Yeah.
Okay.
So, hopefully that's a friend that you have for a long time,
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I feel that, definitely. And I mean, back to stage presence, all that. Have you taken or been inspired by any shows that you've been at and added things that those artists did to your sets?
Oh yeah.
Like what? Like what?
Well, I could say, for one, I mean, I don't want to give all my secrets away,
Yeah, you got to come to the show, of course, but
I was at a Chamel show.
Chamel's
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, and I got put on tour by Mal Holiday, and shout out them too, by the way. But I went to a show, and her energy was incredible. Like, just stage presence, commanded the stage, and the energy that she gave off, and then the way that she was really in tune with the audience. That's something that sometimes I get so wrapped up, I forget at the end of my performance. I was like, man, did I really connect with the audience the way I really wanted to? So just coming to her show, that was inspiring to me, to really kind of like bring, like, really, like, hey, like, we're all here. We're all going through things in our lives. We're coming here to kind of to forget about it. Like, let's really, like, make this a time portal. Like, let's stay here. Let's marinate where we're at. Forget about all the problems that we have, and then we can worry about that stuff when we leave. So taking that, the whole, I'll give one thing away. So I've seen the older cast, of course, James Brown, and Prince, with the mic stand. They use it as a prop, a tool, a weapon, and I was like, man, like, or even in punk rock, like, just like adding, I love the energy that punk rock gives off. So adding that, a little bit of that into my stage performance too, like really, really, like, giving my energy, giving all my energy as much as I can while I'm on stage, and it's just little things I picked up along the way that it's a mix of inspiration.
All right. Yeah, I feel it. What's the best ever set that you've attended?
Oh man! Shout out Julian Outlaw. Julian Outlaw. He couldn't perform at the Matthew Knight Arena. Are you aware of the Matthew Knight Arena?
No.
It's the biggest venue in Eugene, Oregon. It's connected to U of O. It's the U of O's arena, and some college tour was coming through. Lil Yachty was coming through.
Mhm.
My homie Julian Outlaw couldn't perform, so he tossed my name out. And a guy from LA hit me up, was like, "Hey man, somebody's Julian Outlaw sent your name." I thought it was fake. I was like, "Ain't nobody from LA calling me, man. I'm still like kind of spanking new in my career. Ain't nobody from LA calling me yet." But because you get scammed all the time on the internet and whatnot.
Yes, all the time.
Oh yeah. So I went with it. I was like, okay, I'm trusting it. I went with it, and we were playing at the Matthew Knight Arena. Me and New Intel, and Maxwell Davis was shooting us, with the camera. And he got the footage from it, but to hear your music on our arena stage, it's nothing like that. I'm still chasing that. I still want to get to that point where I'm playing at an arena, and be able to. I'm so much more polished now. So to really perform at that arena at this polished stage that I'm at, to hear your music on a this massive system, like it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. And the energy from the crowd was great. People like came down from the stand. They didn't know who I was. So after I started performing, they started running down from the stands. And I was like, man, like they're really messing with the music,
Wow.
So it was an incredible experience.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Julian Outlaw. Okay.
Yeah. He's on Spotify, iTunes, IG. Check him out. He's a dope performer too. Dope performer. Energy's crazy on stage. Lyrics, like just his stage. I love seeing him perform. He's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of great performers.
All right. Well, we're gonna get in some more R&B here.
Let's do it.
Next track is coming to you from Belgium, of all places. Selah Sue is the name of the artist. She has a track featuring American artist Mick Jenkins off of her most recent project, Persona. This track is called Celebrate, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh Juice with myself, D Money, Pint Size Patron, and ID Yourself, M5 Vibe in the studio, y'all. Feel free to jump in on those comments. You got questions for M5 Vibe, if your opinions about the music, all that stuff. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. And lock us in on Spotify as well. On Spotify playlist, Fresh Juice Mix 2022. Fresh Juice Mix 2022. That has all the music of tonight plus past weeks as well. And you can lock that in for a long trip or something like that and listen to all the music that we have featured on this show, including from our guest here as well as M5 Vibe. All right, so we're going to get into this next one. Selah Sue, Celebrate featuring Mick Jenkins. And we'll be right back. Enjoy.
What you doing to me? I think you know it right. I'm wide awake, looking at the ceiling, staring, feeling you tonight. My body's begging for you. I feel alive, feeling brand new. Don't make me wait. We got nothing more to say. I want it to be honest. I want it for the longest. To tell you that I'm falling. I can't wait to celebrate you. I want it to be honest. I'm done with all the talking. Replay it in the morning. I can't wait to celebrate your body. Celebrate your body.
it with no soul throws. This don't be all over the internet. We don't be posting no photos. Got like 500 followers. We can speak with some intellect. That bitch pump like adrenaline. Fully clothed, we get intimate. Thought I provoked her brain. She showed me my ignorance. Never had the ego of little man. Never been as shallow as manatee. Feel like an oasis, but can it be?
I wanted to be honest. I want it for the longest. To tell you that I'm falling. I can't wait to celebrate you. I wanted to be honest. I'm done with all the talking. We play it in the morning. I can't wait to celebrate your body.
Rainier Avenue Radio, Fresh Juice. That is C'est La Sue Celebrate featuring Mick Jenkins off of the recently released Persona right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio, hosted by myself, D Money, Pint Size Patron, and ID Yourself. Hanging out in studio with M5 Vibe tonight, y'all.
That was a jam. That was another song saved, man. He's put me on a whole bunch of music right now.
Hey, loyal listeners of Fresh Juice over these 599 shows know how I get down. And man, we really do comb the internet for the week. We only play songs that drop within the past week. So we comb the internets, you know. We find these blogs, and actually most of the music on tonight are actually all song submissions. So, you know, we just chose some of our favorites, and we just go with them. Obviously, there's a lot of mainstream cuts that would be dope as well to play, but we just can't do that, man. They are strict as hell on these Facebooks and YouTubes.
But finding dope underground music is like Christmas. Every time I was like, oh man, like who is this artist? Like, how did I not know about this artist? You know, I love just throwing the fish line out there. Like, let me just see what's out there. And then I was like, yo, this is amazing. Who is this person? And then you dive into go into the rabbit hole, you know. So yeah, it's a lot of underground is where it's at. Anyway.
It's always fun in that, you know, the new sphere, the exploration. And you always wonder why a lot of people just don't play newer artists. They always want to hear the same 5 songs, if you will.
I don't know. Somebody got to break the code, I guess.
I mean, you know, if you ever like, if you ever in the coming years and you have a song that's like really popular, that's the song they're going to want to hear at every single show that you do. Yeah, you want to play this song that you just recorded yesterday.
Yeah.
No, they want to hear the song they've heard 5 times.
That's what my bandmate told me when I first got into music. He's like, you better make music that you like, because you mess around and make something that you're just playing around with that you don't like, and the world loves it. You could play that song for the rest of your life.
The rest
with a smile on your face.
Life, right?
So you better go out there with a smile on your face too.
Yeah, whether it's fake or if it's fake or true, they have to smile.
Yeah. That was an interesting thing. I mean, I honestly was so brand new to music. Like, he's telling me these things, but like I didn't know. Like, I don't know any of this stuff. Like, he's just telling me. I was like, oh sure. And then the more that I get into music, like, he's right about everything.
Right.
He's right about everything.
That experience counts. That experience counts. I mean, you have to wonder, does Macklemore actually still enjoy doing thrift shop? I don't know.
And it's really interesting because I guess I wasn't even familiar that he was from Seattle until I moved here.
Right.
And I was like, oh wow, he blew up here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's a danceable track for sure.
It is.
But I don't know. You're right. I couldn't speak for him. if you know, if it's still enjoyable to play over and over and over again. I guess I'll see in the future when it's my time up, you know, I don't know. Well, I enjoy my music, but I haven't played it enough to be like, okay, this is enough, y'all. Like, y'all have to like another song. You have to make another song. Oh.
I mean, just imagine tortured artists like blew up like that. You would have to perform that track in that headspace over and over and over and over again.
And I thought about that too, but the thing about Torture Artists is it's a really that's one of the most performative songs I've have. Oh. I really, really get into it, and it brings out another side of me. So like I think the more I do that, but it's energy intensive for that way. So like the bigger it gets, the bigger I would do the show. But I was like, yo, if it gets too big, like how am I gonna carry this song? I can't bring that emotional damage out constantly, you know. So
yes, that is going to have to be something you're gonna have to learn.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So I'm grateful for everything though. So
yeah, and speaking of being grateful, we're grateful for everybody who tunes in every week to Fresh Juice. This is number 599 for us, but next week we're doing 600, y'all. So if you would like to join us next week, either submit a video or appear live for just a couple of minutes to wish us well and celebrate that number 600, email dbellis@live.com. That's DBELLES @live.com. DBELLES @live.com, as it says there on the screen, if you would like to join us and help us celebrate number 600 next week. But of course, right now we got M5 Vibe in the studio with us. We're just chilling and hanging out and doing our thing, and hopefully getting joined by Sean The Shaman and Greg Cypher here, you know, so we can get more energy in here, but we got enough, you know.
We got enough to give around.
Yeah. Well, we got enough to get by, just to get by.
Right.
So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to play another track here for y'all. This is more so hip hop than R&B. And when we come back, we're going to play our favorite game show on this show called Take Your Pick. And some of our loyal listeners are like, yeah, I love that game. So yeah, we're definitely going to do that. We're going to play it with M5 Vibe. If it's your first time ever tuning in, we'll explain the rules, how to play along. Trust me, it's very simple. And it involves you getting involved in the comments as well. So yeah, but right now though, we're going to play this new track from Chicago, Def C and Boathouse, featuring Kip Stone. This one is called Ragnarok. I think that's how you pronounce it. RAGNAROK. Anyway, Ragnarok by Def C and Boathouse. If I got it wrong, just let me know in the comments, especially if you're from Chicago. But enjoy this joint right here on Fresh Juice, only on Rainier Avenue Radio. Ragnarok by Def C and Boathouse, featuring Kip Stone. We'll be right back after on Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. Another hour in store. We're live until 11.
Last week pulled a dozen racks out the mailbox for everyone who hopped bail and turned hell bop. Ride comets to heaven for 575. Work the mortar and pestle, apply pressure then grind. They got a vibe I only describe as post sound. While my music's bumped like an elbow in the coach out. Shown round the house I built, they touch nothing, cause they hands need palm olive bottles and scrub brushes. Slipping off the grid, playing it low key, descending to demigods. The hammer chose me, brought my ties to the finish line, even OT. Whole sheets of gold leaf hit the flow's feet. What up, Kip? Brought the rain to Cleveland like Sean Kemp. Got him slamming 40s off rip. Ceiling getting smaller, standing taller till it splits. With my back to the wall and my face to the bricks. What?
I fantasize about this back on the farm, no. Mercy, mercy me, my G, we got so far to go. Overthinking, breaking it down to the last particle. We hold peace, spilling our grievances through the microphone. The light was low, kinda hope we find was in a microscope. The pint was gone, got me feeling light as Michael final tone. The writer life-changing song was the mindset that I was on, but I stifle my latent growth. Got a lot of shit to say, boy, you might die if you say it wrong. So hide your feelings, play along. Hide your feelings, play along. You said a mouthful and said a mindful. I pull from a dark place in the brain. I feel like the frame, first time in the rain. Bird box when he aim, pulling off from the pain. When you start from where you came, condemn homes and EBT pin codes. Cancerous vision with lymph nodes. Big Stone, 66689, the big homie. Devil at the disco, now you cooking with Crisco. Look, I'm on my tiptoes, reaching. I'm this close, switching up like Nintendo. Triple entendre, sixfold, dim glow from the bottom. It's looking slow for this rhyming. They hate what I'm being honest about. They love me for my honesty. A paradox indeed. If not the best kept secret, then at least a nominee. Love the trauma behind the comedy. I paid dues with a decade of peace. It's not for free. I just figured the climb was steep.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
1, 2, get down! What's up, big and little homies? This is Masvita Maraire, host of Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your one-stop shop for Seattle sports. We cover preps, we cover college, we cover pro, we cover it all. Huskies, Mariners, Seahawks, Garfield, South, Roosevelt, Metro, King County. This is where you want to listen to for all the sports that's happening in Seattle. Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
See a bad
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
Yo, what's happening? This is Sean The Shaman, and you're tuned in live to Fresh Juice on Rainier Ave Radio Worldwide with your host D-Money, Pint Size Patron, and ID Yourself. Love is free. Swayside, stand up.
Tell me how it's love is the love of LUV. These little patches of indie don't compare, they can't compete. I tell her what it is and she accept the bacon piece. I'm kick out with the money, break it off and get a piece. I'm upping on the price cause it ain't this shit to take a life. I'm scared of getting married, so getting wise. I mean, if they can't keep it, tell me who the fuck am I? I mean, is that really your business? She don't turn into a spy. See, I'm realer than you ever been. Shocking like Thomas Edison. Popping the Smith and Wesson, sitting dick, we giving medicine. Yeah, cause I don't know who to trust. I hear the hate and see the fake. Y'all can hold these ends, giving out free smoke. Y'all can roll these blunts. Why would I star in your movie when I do my own stunts? Just tell me. I had love for you, baby, but you had failed me. What we had waited time, but it's too late for you to scale me now. All this baggage became hard for me to carry out. You fucking with my enemy, tough for you, I ain't selling out. Send the confirmation number, then I'll mail it out. I already know which way to go, I ain't taking every route.
And when it all falls down, who they gon' fall now?
Quick every time it fucking fall down. When you lose it all, I wonder who they gon' call now. You ain't finna make a move, fucking put the ball down. Woulda, coulda,
shoulda, all they do is move their jaws round. I remember I was just a pup, I'm a dog now. See me going up, yeah, I bet you wanna talk now. Really from Seattle, about the bread is getting hawked down. Had a short stack, now the cake be looking tall now. Really front line, but I started in the background. Used to be my spine, I wonder who gon' have my back now. Lying in the jungle, you ain't never see me back down. Praying that I'll fall, why they tryna keep the jack down? Really front line, but I started in the background. Used to be my spine, I wonder who gon' have my back down. Lying in the jungle, you ain't never see me back down. Praying that I'll fall, why they tryna keep the jack down?
South side, you know how we do it, right?
Yeah, that was a jam.
They sampling Kanye West's joint All Falls Down, all the way back to the college dropout right there. Mike Jack 3200 and Mafi D, both local Seattle artists right here out of the Central District. Fall Down. Shouts out to Hey to One on that sample and that beat right there.
Did you see the Kanye documentary?
I did not.
It's amazing.
Is
it incredible? Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it twice. Got all the way through it, and yeah, it was inspiring. I heard everybody say it was inspiring, so I'm like, okay, let me check it out, and it definitely was inspiring.
Well, what platform is that being hosted on?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's one of the ones I got. Okay.
One of the many.
No, I only have Netflix.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not this type of person that likes to subscribe to all these accounts and have these reoccurring payments and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I'm just like, if I have a family member or a friend who has one of these accounts, okay, I'll use that one.
I was just someone let me hold their Hulu for a minute, and it was great. I was like, oh, a new Vast, but then they changed their account or something. I'm like, all right, back to Netflix.
I know.
Back to Netflix.
I used to use some Hulu too because it was free.
Yeah.
Man, Hulu ain't free anymore. But you are tuned in to Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh Juice, which actually is free to you. All you have to do is tune in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. We do not charge you at all to listen. And we've been doing this for now 599 shows. Next week, it's number 600. And you can feel free to jump in and join us as well. Just email dbellis@live.com, DBELLES at live.com, DBELLES at live.com. If you want to wish us well, surprise us, any of that kind of stuff, just email and we'll get you involved in the show and however you want to do in a special tribute type of show next week. April the 6th, I believe. Yes, April 6th. Mm-hmm. Same time, 9 to 11 p.m. You can also follow Fresh Juice on our IG and our Twitter accounts at Fresh Juice Media. You can learn about some of our upcoming guests. You can learn about some clip videos from the show, as well as just fun right there. So just follow us on Fresh Juice IG and Twitter, and you can also watch the show and get involved on our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Fresh Juice Media, facebook.com/groups/Fresh Juice Media. You can watch the show from there every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. I'm D Money, by the way. We got Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself, but we have M5 Vibe here in the studio joining us live, where it all falls down. Yeah.
And it does. You can just pick it back up.
Shouts out to Silena Johnson. If you don't know who that is, did the hook on that joint right there. But originally, that being a sample of her voice. But yeah, it's time to play our favorite game show on Fresh Juice. It's called Take Your Pick. And of course, M5, this will be your first time ever playing. So I'll explain for you and, of course, everybody watching. It's really simple. It's inspired by a card game called Take Your Pick. And on this card game, it gives you two choices. And all you really do is you just choose one of them. So we'll do 5 of them, of course. And we want all of you to play along on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Put your choices in the comments, and we'll feature them as we answer those as well. So here we go with our first Take Your Pick. And I think we'll do 5 of these. First one is souvenirs or postcards.
Souvenirs.
Souvenirs?
Yes, definitely.
Going for the souvenirs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm more postcard. Because one reason why is the thing about souvenirs is when someone gets you a souvenir, it's always something useless, you know? It has almost as use as a postcard, but in the postcard, someone can at least like possibly tell you a story, which could be fun. So I mean, they both have their pluses and minuses, but you know, I'm definitely going postcard there.
I can see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, I like to hold things.
Yeah,
and you can hold a postcard, but like just I don't know.
You can hold a souvenir too.
Yeah, but something about I don't know. Maybe to add to the ambience of whatever environment I'm trying to set up, whatever vibe of the room. I was like, oh, I got a souvenir from yada yada. Let me go ahead and put this right here.
Right.
And then and people come in and like, yo, where'd you get this from? I was like, oh, that's story starter. So yeah, that's where I was coming from with souvenir.
Yeah,
souvenir kind of person.
Let's see. Miles Salvador is saying souvenirs.
Okay.
And it looks like my mom's checking in. Hi.
What's up, Mom?
Mama Bellis, yo. Mama D Money. All right. So next one, take your pick. Flying or turning invisible?
Oh, I gotta fly.
Gotta fly.
Gotta fly.
Be up in the air.
Yes. Get there fast and efficient. I hate airplanes. and I hate traffic. So flying, oh man, can you imagine what you could do? They would have to shoot me down out of the sky. It's like, yo, he's coming back over to our country again. Do not let him in. They don't have to shoot me out of the sky because I'm staying up there. And I'm going to all the countries, no passport. Every single one of them. Throw a backpack on. I'll be back in after the weekend, Mom.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's just like I always envision like the future and having these flying cars, if you will, you know, so we don't have to be on like a road or anything. We can just fly from one destination to another with our car and then go land and something like that.
Oh man, that's what they promised us,
right?
Back in the day, son.
And I mean, Back to the Future promised that a couple of years ago, at least.
Yeah. I thought when I was a kid too, seeing all the cartoons. I'm like, yeah, in the future we're gonna have flying cars.
Yeah, no hoverboard, no flying car. I feel gypped.
Nah, they put all that technology into spaceships. They're like, yo, we gotta get off this planet. I was like, sorry, no flying cars, man. This Earth is about to go crazy. We gotta get off this planet.
I know, right? Really quickly before we get to the next one here. Well, actually, I'll take some of these answers real quick. Let's see. My mom says turn invisible. Really interesting because I probably would have said flying myself, even though I'm extremely afraid of heights. But you know, if I have the power to control being in the air, I'm probably not going to be as afraid of heights.
Yeah, true.
In that case, I mean, like when you see those movies and Superman's all up in there and flying, like there's no way he could be afraid of heights because he can control going up and down. Like gravity just doesn't affect. So yeah, but until I learn how to fly, yes, I'll be afraid of heights. So yeah, I think flying would be doper on that front, but the invisible, I wonder why my mom picked invisible. It's interesting.
Maybe she's just tired she wants everybody to leave her alone. Like, look, I had enough, tired of it.
I mean, that would make
that
would make the ultimate spy, though. You know?
Yeah. Ultimate everything. I'll go everywhere invisible. Like,
would you know?
Oh yeah, like just yeah, you could go anywhere you wanted to. Anything you could sneak into like one of those Broadways that you're paying hundreds of dollars for. Just sneak at Broadway, just like, oh, got in there for free, go into the club for free. What else you go for free? You go anywhere for free, actually.
I know, right?
You probably get tired. It's like, y'all been everywhere for free. I've seen everybody live for free. And yeah,
it has no mystique anymore.
Can you trade? Can I go? Can we do invisible and then go flying, or we just have to do one?
It's like you never have to wait in a line for the rest of your life.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless. Would you even have to work? He's like, hey, I'm just gonna sneak into this grocery store, grab some oranges, put it underneath my cloak, my invisible cloak, walk out, eat. Go to the bank. Oh, let me hop behind this desk real quick, behind the vault, grab some money. You know, just there's a lot of things you can do when you're invisible.
Yeah, even if these alarms go off, what are they gonna? They think it's a false alarm.
Yeah, true. That's true.
They say, well, what, some bird jumped down here or something? I don't see anybody here.
And you in the background dying laughing. It happens. Gets him every time.
Oh my God. Before we get to our third take your pick here, I know you were mentioned about obviously the planet dying and us having to get to another planet. Will are you a fan of settling Mars? Like if somebody like asked you like to go settle Mars, are you down for that?
Honestly, we're gonna destroy any place that we go. We're just gonna trash it and just throw it off its systems. But I'm such a fan of exploring.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, it's just one of those things. Yeah.
I mean, if somebody paid for it, would you go to Mars?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I definitely would.
Okay.
I would. I would love to feel how it is to just see something other than Earth. Earth is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Earth is
of course.
Beautiful planet. Nothing like it that we know of anyway. But
of course.
But yeah, to just be able to even fly out and look back at Earth like, everybody I know is on that little blue dot. Like everybody, everything. So I think it'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting to space travel.
Yeah,
have the funds for it. I definitely create my own. I'll create my own. I said,
he's trying to be Elon Musk, yo.
The M5 Vibe.
M5 Vibe.
Vibe space lines.
Hey, that's got a lot. That's got a ring to it. M5 Vibe space lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do it, baby.
I like it. M5 Vibe space lines coming to a space dock near you.
Yeah, we're going to the cool planets. We're going to fly by Jupiter.
Yes.
We're going to swing around Pluto a few times. Just kick it a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. It's Jupiter and Pluto and all that. Yeah, that's dope. All right. Take your pick. Number 3. Ninjas or pirates? That's a tough one. Ninjas or pirates, yo?
Do I want to kick a lot of butt easily or just loot?
Steal it.
Do I want to loot booty and all types of stuff? I'll go with ninja. Ninjas are so cool.
Yeah, ninjas are dope, man.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm going with ninjas myself. Yeah, I think I'm going to do ninjas. I'm thinking of ninjas, but it would be cool to be a pirate too. It just that's an exploring angle right there too.
Yeah.
The
open seas.
Yeah,
just you and your homies.
Just don't puke.
They got the jugs with the XXX on it. How dry are you?
Apparently, you have to be a fan of birds too, but.
We're having pigeon steak for dinner. That's what we're doing.
Pigeon steak, yo! Oh my God. Let's see. Miles says fly. I think that other than as that previous one, fly or be invisible. She says fly. Okay.
Fly. Oh yeah, fly.
But yeah. Okay. Well, the current one is ninjas or pirates. Pirates. There we go. Miles says pirates. Okay, I see the pirate angle too, but yeah, I'm going ninja. Yeah. Ninjas are so dope.
Oh yeah.
Ninjas are dope.
Stealthy.
Yes. Okay. Now to our fifth and final one for tonight. This for take your pick. Poem or story? Poem or story?
You go first.
Ooh. Well, while I think about that, my mom
That's
says
a tough one.
My mom says ninja. Okay, on the previous one, ninja or pirates. Okay, but poem or story?
I love a good poem, but something about stories I could just really dive into and paint a pretty picture in my head. I guess I'm about to go with. I'm gonna go with story. I'm sticking to it.
With story.
I'm sticking to
You're
it.
Sticking to it.
Sorry to all my poets out there if I'm letting y'all down, but I gotta go with the storytellers.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. You know, you can do a lot with the poem, right? There's a lot of artistic freedom there too, but man, with a story, you can also invoke emotion in a poem as well, but but I just feel like you can do more with the story, you know?
Yeah. And then just like movies are stories, you know.
Yes, they are.
Songs are short stories depending on how they're writing it. They're short stories, good stories. But
a song is like a pretty much a poem.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you could combine what about Hamilton? Would that be a storytelling poetry?
I think that would be.
Do we break the code?
I think Hamilton is a little bit of both.
I think we broke the code, y'all. We could choose both.
Same thing as pretty much any Nas track. You know, it's storytelling poetry.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They have a lot of overlap right there. But my mom says story, and we're both saying story. So it's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Yeah, I can sit around. I want to be one of those old folks. I get old. Gather around, children.
Oh,
Let me tell you about this time. And
back in my day.
Really, 5 that happened? Like, yeah. You know, so just being a great storyteller. I love amazing stories.
I don't know what kind of stories we're going to be telling our kids someday. I mean, we didn't actually walk 5 miles in the snow to get to school. So
we lived through COVID though.
We did go through COVID. Yes.
COVID. What else? Maybe this is Cold War 2.0. You know, what else are we going? I don't know. It's just a nonstop. It's just nonstop. So we can't afford anything.
I know, right? But what if it's still the same then? People can't afford anything still. Like, I'm still dealing with the same problems you are, Daddy. Yeah. People are still wearing masks 20 years later.
Well, maybe they have flying cars by then. It's like back in my day, we had to drive on the streets.
Okay, I feel it.
Kids got to fly in the sky, get anywhere super fast.
I'm like, oh man, you kids are spoiled.
And then when you get old, I think you have the privilege to say that. It's like, yes, I can't wait till I get old so I can say that to a youngin.
I know, right?
It's like, okay, I'm so privileged nowadays.
I drove on the street.
I know.
I had to sit in traffic.
Now you got to sit here and listen to my stories.
I know, right? Yes. All right, let's take your pick this week, y'all, with M5 Vibe. All right, we're live on Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. We're going to play a couple of tracks here from you, M5. But I think this first one we're going to get to is a video that you released late last year, I think. It's called At the Crossroads.
Yes, it's shot by Paul Rivers in Eugene, Oregon.
In Eugene, okay. And just looking at the title, I'm thinking about Bone Thugs, you know, At the Crossroads.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that's such a legendary track. So to really like have that title of it, like that's what a lot of people are going to think. But you know, it's really kind of questioning.
It has nothing to do with it though.
Yeah, it's not. But it's kind of really questioning like where I'm at in life and like what's next, like where everything I've been through, like where do I go from here, kind of, you know. So.
Okay. Well, let's give it a spin, shall we? M5 Vibe, At the Crossroads, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. Stay with us, y'all.
It is on the battlefield. You die because you thought if you kept it real. Crew ties that you get your bill. Dollar bill can heal all the things that attempt to get you here. Bloodshot vision, but I see it crystal clear. Dry eyes crying dry in the desert. Dying would be better than 3-dimensional pain. Forgiving you, I'm going insane. I know, but damn. Hoping the whole can of yams. A sucker I no longer am. Pass my exam with flying colors. I be fly like butter spread on rye. But please could you cut around the crust? Cause we hungry as fuck. Enough bread to divvy it up. When whiskey is poured in your cup. Backstabbers be coming in clutch. Hospital beds filling up. I'm hot to the touch, don't touch. I'm cold to the bone, don't judge. I'm all alone, I'm in my zone. Can never predict what level I'm on. Back home, I love, but I've outgrown it. Be back one day, I promise. Seen the signs like Nostradamus. Got a job to do, don't bomb it, nah. 5. What's going on, man? You tripping. Why you always putting yourself down? Why you always doubting yourself? You got people around you that love you, that want to see you succeed. You don't see that? Well, that's that. All these scars till the store on my back. 16 bars, put a novel on the track. Add a 808, made the shit clap. Trap hats, on time, look at that. Get past, looking back in the past. Relax, in the sun, smoking grass. Mismatch vibes, the reason we don't match. Roof on my dog, don't treat me like a pet. I'll put you in the pound if you up with my check. It's a showtime. Wait, hold on, let me check. Yeah, M5's on deck, no less. Want more, encore, bravo. High G follows, I get all those, but still high low. Too much travajo, and not enough chilling with my vatos. Diablo at the bottom of the bottle. White snow blow, that's a nostril. Move slow, cause you know, with no dose. Bring it faster than a fossil. Apocalypse on the heels of the gospel. Dirty dassos with the blood of apostles. Hands up, heads down, how they keep your mind closed. Find my notes, I'll meet you at the crossroads, yeah.
At the Crossroads, M5 Vibe, y'all.
Yeah, and that was crazy about that track because I originally wrote that just to a copyrighted beat, just for SoundCloud.
Right.
And somebody found it and it's like, hey, can we use this song for our independent film? I was like, oh, this it's copyrighted beat.
Oh, wow.
He's like, oh, well, we would really love to use it. So I was like, what's the deadline? It's like, we have a month. I was like, a month? I was like, so I got on the horn. I found Jonas. I found him on IG. I went that night. I was like, I need to find a producer real quick. And scrolling through IG for about an hour. I think there we go. For about an hour. And I found him. I was pictured like, hey, I need something whipped up in a week. Can you do that? Because it's gonna take some time to get it mastered, yada yada yada, all that stuff too. So so that track ended up on Maxi, an independent film by Jared out in Eugene, Oregon as well. So that was the story behind that track, and then here we are.
That's dope. Landed on an independent film like that. That's super dope.
Very.
And from what I hear, especially the way that the music industry is these days, if you can land yourself on a film or a TV series, there is so much money and income that can come through that.
Oh yeah. And and sync is where it's at. It seems like nowadays, like that's really a really good business move to really kind of look for sync video games, movies, TV shows, indie films, So that's where it's at nowadays.
Yeah,
it seems residual income anyway.
Right, exactly. It's tough, and I mean, now that coronavirus is ending, now at least artists can perform again, in front of stages and be able to get ticket sales and all that kind of stuff, and be upfront with their merch, so they don't have to be selling online. So, yeah, it's getting a little bit easier than it has been in the past couple of years for artists.
Right.
But tell me about making that joint at the Crossroads. What were you thinking about? How old is that joint?
I wrote that years ago.
Years
ago. I just never did anything with it until I believe 2 years ago. That's when during the pandemic we had a lot of time on our hands.
Of course.
So there we go. Thank you. We had a lot of time on our hands, so so I just did a lot of writing during that time period. And I wasn't gonna really do anything with it. And it was basically just talking about like just coming out from, just the military, just the deprogramming you have to go through, like when you're coming out to really live out here like regularly. You can't live out here like you do in the military. It's not gonna work, Right. So just from that to I don't know, it's just depressive, like just things that I've been through in my life, kind of rolling that up into that song, and like, hey, if I'm here, like I'm still going forward, like even like in the interludes, like L5, why you always putting yourself down,
yes.
and it's more of like, I know I'm talented, I know I'm good in a lot of avenues of my life. Why do I keep beating myself up about things that I'm not perfect about, and just that striving for perfection, like you're end up damaging yourself a lot. And it's kind of just letting that go, like just doing the best you can in the moment that you're in, and letting it go, from there. So just growing pains, basically, just rapping about growing pains.
Hey.
Yeah.
I can feel it. It draws back to what we were talking about at the jump of the show. That's how you literally got into it. It really was, dealing with feelings of both anger and sadness and putting that on paper, and that was your coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can feel that in that joint right there.
Oh yeah, and this wasn't like music. I was never even intending to do this. Like, just how we stated, I never intended to do music. Like I feel like a lot of artists I run into when we talk about our stories, like they didn't intend to do it either. It's just something that they fell into, and it's more. I have so much more respect for artists, songs, just everything since I've dove into the music world, because just until you're in it, you don't know. You don't know what these artists go through. You don't know how hard it is. You don't know how much you have to do. You don't know. There's a lot of things I did not know about it, and now that I'm in it, I'm like, wow, and some of these songs, I'm like, oh, this song was not for play. This song is for real, and just like some song, I think I was like, oh man, she was really crazy. She was really crazy, and you wrote that, you illustrated that well. I thought it was just a song, but no, bro, I get it. You went through it, man.
Oh my God, I feel it, man. Here live with M5 Vibe on Fresh Juice, hip hop and R&B every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. We are about to take another break, so we'll be right back after these messages with the final half hour of Fresh Juice right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station, live.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
My name is Josephine, and I live in Renton, Washington. Even after getting COVID in 2020, I still did not want to have anything to do with the vaccination. There was much fear in the African American community. Before you do anything, pray. And make sure that you're praying to get the answer and not praying to get your answer. Reconsider, asking yourself why you are hesitant about getting it.
To learn more, please visit weconsiderwa.org.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
All lovers, check out the Quiet Storm Dedication Show with Sergio LaCour on Love Lines. Thursdays, 9 p.m. Pacific on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
I love the music.
Welcome to the coronavirus pandemic. I'll take coronavirus for 100. Fever, chills, shortness of breath, loss of taste or smell. What is staying home and isolate? Correct. Coronavirus for 200. Inability to stay awake, persistent pain or pressure in chest, trouble breathing. What is seek immediate help? Correct.
Coronavirus for 500.
Crippling and potentially dead infectious disease eliminated the United States with vaccination.
What is the polio vaccine?
Correct.
I'll take coronavirus for 700.
The Daily Double. Should I take the coronavirus vaccine?
Wait. Hold up. This is not a game. It's time for serious discussions. We have coronavirus vaccines, but not everyone is comfortable taking them. Here's the facts. Based on what has been proven about vaccines for other diseases, COVID-19 vaccine may help keep you from getting seriously ill, even if you do get the virus. Getting vaccinated also may protect people around, particularly those at greater risk for severe illness from COVID-19. We don't yet have all of the answers. Get informed, talk to your healthcare physician, and make the right decision for you. This is a message supported by the Washington State Department of Health.
What's the big old deal? It's your boy OG Mambo. Take a sip of this fresh juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with D Money, Pint Size Patron, and ID Yourself.
First things first, I'm the one and the two and the three. I saw the others, they'll never be me. Show me one thing that's been worth risking me, babe. Why you know like nice things? Why you know like the kitty sounds so good, and you still don't love me. Kitty, kitty sounds so good, and you still don't love me, and you still don't. Yeah, the kitty sounds so good, and you still don't love me, and you still don't. Why you don't like nice things? Why you complain about the joy I bring? Why would you first act like we just a season, then double back, tell me what was the reason? I know. Tell me some that I don't know. Are you so sorry? I know. Tell me some that I don't know. And the kitty sounds so good, and you still don't love me. Kitty, kitty sounds so good, and you still don't love me, and you still don't. Yeah, the kitty sounds so good, and you still don't love me, and you still don't. Tell me something that I don't know. Oh, you're so sorry. I know. Tell me something that I don't know.
Rainier Avenue Radio, fresh juice, R&B tunes for your ears by Yaya Bay. It's called Keisha, off of her album that'll be dropping on June 17th called Remember Your North Star. Good music right there.
I like that title.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, Keisha.
Amazing track too. And jammers. Oh, y'all playing the jams tonight.
Hey, you know I got it. And I do it every Wednesday, 9 to 11. Fresh juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. Hip hop, R&B. We play the newest cuts of the week that we find, and we only play songs like one time each, and then next week we're finding your next cuts, and that's how we've been doing things for the past 10, maybe 11 years, and 599 episodes. So yeah, next week we're celebrating number 600, y'all.
Congratulations to y'all.
Yes, thank you. And if you're tuning in and you appreciate our show, we want to give you the chance to be a part of next week's show. So you don't have to be a special artist. You can just be a fan, Feel free to email dbellis@live.com, DBELLES@live.com. DBELLES@live.com. You can send us a video of congratulating us, or we can even bring you on via video doing that. And we're going to make next week's special number 600 of Fresh Juice. Feel free to jump in and have some fun with us. But right now, of course, we're live with M5 Vibe making his first appearance on the program, and it's been a good show so far. It's already 10:35. We're pretty close to almost being done already.
We're rolling.
We are rolling though. And it's pretty crazy to think that, going back to At the Crossroads and, hearing how you're getting down on the mic, and only been a couple of years for you. It's just crazy to think,
Yeah. And I had to ask myself that too when I started writing and people were resonating with it. I'm like, okay, where has this been? My whole life. And
right,
I had this because it started after the military. I didn't really start writing until after the military, and I was like, has this been with me the whole time? Would I have joined the military if I knew I had this talent? But at the same time, I wouldn't have the stories to tell, if I didn't. And I could look back into my life now and like start really recapping on moments in my life to where like, oh, that was a light bulb moment when I was younger. It's like, oh, that was another one, and like, wow, like what happened? Like, why didn't I guess like because you're your kids, maybe the grown-ups normally like see more in you than So I was like, man, what happened? Like, what? Did nobody see me or just one of those things. So everything came back full circle. So I'm not mad about anything, but yeah, it's just I wouldn't have gone on the adventures I went on, the ups and downs I went on if I didn't take the path I took, so that's why I'm really excited about this new project I'm working on. Actually, it's already done. It's already
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
I'm so excited about this project. All right, so it's I'm gonna give I like to keep things secretive, like until I drop it, but I'll go ahead and shout it out. So the new album is dropping in May, so a little bit less, a little over a month. It's called M5 N5D, and it's a predecessor to Black Box, which is out right now.
Okay.
Black Box is a collection of all my older songs that were all singles, and I just kind of took them and just put them into an album, basically. Yeah, so it's a lot. That's on that album. Even though I released it this year, it's a lot of my older stuff on that, and maybe 2 of them I just remixed. But so that one's called Black Box, and then next one coming out in May it's gonna be called Crash Landing.
Crash Landing.
Yeah, so kind of going off the Black Box and all this, and it's just kind of Crash Landing is like the Black Box is like the what happened during the crash landing, everything that was boiled up, all my old songs that was like boiled up inside of me. Yeah. That's the Black Box. I feel like Crash Landing is kind of like it's a play on space time too, because like supposedly Crash Landing, and then you get the Black Box. So the Black Box is telling you what happened during the crash landing, even though crash landing already happened. You're listening to that Black Box in real time. So it's kind of play on that, but it's a 5-track EP. Inspired by events recently, moving here. I got Mozart from Eugene. He's producing the track. I produced the track. RJ Payson from New York, he produced the track. Jonas, who produced X Roads, he's on this album as well.
Oh, wow.
He produced 2 tracks. Michael Leslie, he's on the album. Joshua Blackamore, huge artist. Blackamore is on the album. Moya Bree from Seattle is on this album, and Justice Bada from PDX is on this album too. And it's hitting everything from friends with benefits to politics to space travel to I don't know. It's just a universal album, like in a very condensed form, and I'm excited. It's probably I feel like it's the best stuff I've written, the fun stuff I've written in a minute. So I'm excited. I just early stuff got done with this project, so I'm just kind of like twiddling my fingers, like listen. I was like, I'm gonna get so sick of listening to this by the time it comes out. I don't even want to hear it anymore. Like,
oh, I hate that because. When the project drops and everyone's discovering it for the first time and they're all gassing you up about it, you can't be on to the next one.
Oh, that's what you got to do. Maybe that's the way to do it. So I'm not stuck when everybody's stuck there. It's like I'm already on to the next, so maybe that's a process. Oh, yeah. I got another artist producer from Russia.
Oh, wow.
Young cat, 18. I think I want to say he's 18, 17. He's just knocking on my IG door. And I was
really?
Like, yeah,
that's how I got involved.
Yeah, and I was like, man, because I get so many emails, it's kind of hard to like listen to all of them and really kind of go through them. And he was just knocking. I'm like, okay, bro, okay, I'll listen to it right now. So I listened to it, and the first thing that went off was that track number 1, and I was like, okay, wow, this kid's talented. I was like, started listening to more tracks. I'm like, man, this kid's good. Like, I was like, bro, I'm working with you. Let me take this track. Let me write to it. Once I'm done writing to it, like everything's good to go. You get your money, and I'll make it happen from there.
Wow.
So, yeah. So he's excited. He's like, man, when is it coming out? I was like, it's coming out, man. I promise you, it's coming. So it's coming in May.
Crash Landing, dropping in May.
Yeah.
Okay, I dig it. Who's the Russian kid's name?
There's a producer named Lil Zend. So that's LILZEND.
Zend. Okay. Little Zend. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Crash Landing. Okay. Get up in your hoverboard or your flying car and
wait to hear the track. It's probably
this May.
It was one of the hardest tracks I've had to write because it's all imaginary, right? Never been to space. You know what I'm saying? So it's all imaginary. So that was one of the toughest tracks I had to write. Wow. And I was really proud of myself after it was over. It's probably my favorite track. It may not be anybody else's favorite track, but it's one of my favorite tracks on the.
Sometimes that's all that counts,
Yeah.
Whatever favorite track on your project is that's your track,
Oh yeah.
Let other people pick their tracks, but you get your track. And if no one F's with it, they can listen to the rest of it.
Yeah, they'll love it. It's something for everybody on the album.
I guess we do need to have the sound effect at least on that track.
Oh, we got plenty. We got plenty. Shout out RJ for that.
That's dope. Well, M5, I think we got time for another joint from you. So, let's see. You gave us this joint called Players Holiday.
Yeah, Players Holiday, and that's it's a track I definitely want for this. A track like that, I wanted to reach out to my homies back where I grew up, Hinesville, Georgia, and I tapped in with Jay Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And I tapped in with South Breed, and they was open to doing this track, and I was just excited to even just reach back to home and create a track that made me feel like home, even though I'm on the West Coast. So they're on the album. Check them out. They're amazing artists as well, and it's just a feel good track.
All right. Is this from the most recent project of the re-released cuts?
Oh no, this is off of Chalant Renaissance, that's an album that I released last year, and that's a credit. Check that album out as well. It's a lot of it's the most collaborative project I've worked on so far. A lot of amazing artists on there that it'll take me some time to go down the list, so we're not going to do that. But if you'd love to,
we got time. No,
if we do, I can do that. But I figure I don't know how much time we have. But it's a very collaborative project. I could talk all day about that project because that was one of the most intense, beautiful, collaborative, frustrating, feel good. Just everything that I take a lot of pride in that project.
Man, and I gotta give you props to this artwork too. I mean, whoa!
I appreciate it. That original photo was shot by Maxwell Davis. Me and him started off like when I first started music. He's a photographer running around the city. We had great energy together, and then after that, and then he had a great eye too. He has a really good eye. So we just started running around the city doing stuff, and we worked for years, and we're gonna work again. Now he's owning a bagel shop now, and it's doing really well in Eugene. But then I took that photo and said, do you mind if I edit it and kind of make it my own vibe for the album cover? He's like, yeah, sure, have at it. So history.
Man, okay. Well, let's hear it. M5 Players Holiday on Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh Juice. And after this song, it looks like we might be wrapping things up. So stay right here and we'll wrap things up after this track from M5.
M5 Vibe, J Wayne Pound Game, South Breed. Let's get it. It's beginning to feel a lot like home. Minus the arguments, no cars spinning rims, no trees or ornaments. I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Georgia winter weather, never wore a sweater. Though my mama taught me better, I've been under pressure more than ever, making my way to you. Kicking like kangaroo, couple more things to do. I'll be back in that's a fact, coming around like panorama. House with little whiskey, Richmond here to Savannah. Can't forget about Atlanta. My people that's in the Bamas, my people that's in the VA. I'm sorry I missed your B-Day, but I've been working, found my purpose, that's for certain. Heart's been hurting, but I'm searching for some answers that'll make it all worth it. No excuse, a verses will excuse the surface level disturbance that you feel, cause I'm gone another year. I ain't here, switching gears, trying to stack what I learned, bring it back. Yeah, I'm trying to make a way. I need a quick escape. The world is falling all around me almost every day. I ain't got time to play, but still I need a break and a place to stay. A player's holiday. How much more can I take? Haunted by my mistakes, and the thoughts of paranoia is keeping me awake. But it's a piece of cake, and I can bear the weight. I need to get away. A player's holiday. Well, it's J Wayne, a nigga that's from the south, to say the least. I do my thing. Ain't never left the south, so don't excuse my southern slang. I'm from a place where niggas quick to pull a liquor, pull a stain. Down here they know they need that work, they need to call J Wayne. I'm in that cherry M5, bumping M5. Been some corner, handing out samples, call it a test drive. I wouldn't trade it for the world that's in my home. Big R.I.P. to all of my family that is gone. Yes, I'm a hustler, doing what the hustlers do. Fast money, fast life, what I'm accustomed to. I'm from GA, I just slanging elbows, rocking 12 goals. If you don't handle your business right, you might get railroad. Some of my niggas sell blow, some of them sell hoe. One thing for sure, the mission is stay from out them sell dough. Shout out my niggas South Breed, cause we South bred. So niggas open up and listen to what the South said. Shout out my niggas South Breed, cause we South bred. So niggas open up and listen to what the South said. Yeah.
I'm trying to make a way. I need a quick escape. The world is falling all around me almost every day. I ain't got time to play, but still I need a break and a place to stay. A player's holiday. How much money I take on it by my mistakes. M5, what up? Noise keeping me awake, but it's a what it do, why? And I can bear the weight. I need to get away. A player's holiday.
I'm from a city where the hood died young, trapping dope boy Nike serving all white ones. Gotta power up before that light bill come. High standards, but we really came from low income. Straight out of Georgia State behind me like the license plate. I'm talking Chevy so old it ain't got a date. Sweet potato guts outside pound cake, trying to figure out should I drive it or let it bake. Raised in these pine trees, daddy was a lumberjack. Got it out the mud, but I'm clean like the laundromat. Raised on feed a kid. After that summer camp, never starved. Whole hood had the food stamps. Started on the dirt road, now we on the front row. And everything up like the third floor. Still on the curb, but I don't serve though. M5, J Wayne and Bree already know.
I'm trying to make a way. I need a quick escape. The world is falling all around me almost every day. I ain't got time to play, but still I need a break and a place to stay. A player's holiday. How much more can I take on it by my mistakes? And the thoughts of paranoia is keeping me awake, but it's a piece of cake and I can bear the weight. I need to get away. A player's holiday. I'm trying to make a way. I need a quick escape. The world is falling all around me almost every day. I ain't got time to play, but still I need a break and a place to stay. A player's holiday. How much more can I take on it by my mistakes? And the thoughts of paranoia keeping me awake, but it's a piece of cake and I can bear the weight. I need to get away. A player's holiday.
Yeah, that's Players Holiday, M5 Vibe, yo. Rainier Avenue Radio, fresh juice. Kind of reminded me of like Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise, like kind of vibe right there.
That's an interesting take. I've never heard that one yet.
You never heard Gangsta's Paradise?
No, I haven't heard anybody's take like that. Reminds me of Gangsta's Paradise. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
definitely, yeah. But yeah, it's dope right there. And again, one more shout out for that artwork. That's really dope. You know,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, Salon Renaissance was created. COVID. That's a COVID baby.
It's a COVID baby.
Yeah.
But you know, it'll be interesting to see what this artwork is for Crash Landing. You know.
Oh my goodness! I can't wait for it to come out because another one of my homies took a phenomenal photo. I edited it up. I edited it, but he took a phenomenal. I was like, bro, this. I told him then, it's like, bro, this is going to be my album cover for my next album. I didn't know what my album was going to be about, but I just knew in my head this was going to be it, and it worked out because it's the kind of thing that I'm going with. It worked out, so I'm glad I trusted him, trusted myself. And I'm trusting these Sonic babies to go out there and do their thing when it drops.
Yes. So you've been saying that you actually do some of this artwork yourself, right? You're not having other. I know you said that your homie helped you out with the other project, Renaissance, but you did this full one for Crash Landing, right?
Yeah, well, Maxwell Davis took that photo and
the photo, okay.
Yeah, and Kaleidoscope. I'm gonna have to get it. I know his IG name, but he took the other photo for the Crash Landing one that's coming out. So I think they give me the raw files, and I always ask them like, "Yo, is it cool if I edit your photo?" Because or they took it how they wanted to take it, edit it how they want to edit it. But like for this project, if I want to add my creativity to it, I wanted to just like, hey, like, can I take this photo and do my thing? So I did all the editing for Charlotte Renaissance. He took that photo, that iconic photo that he took, and I just kind of just put it into software and just kind of like just play with a whole bunch of filters, and I came out with that, you know. And so for most of my artwork, I kind of do most of my cover art.
Nice.
Yeah, if it's not a photographer that took the picture that I edited over, it's just me. Like say the last album, it was just a photo of a rocket ship, and then I just threw some filters at it and just try to come at it with my creativity.
Okay, I see you. I guess those filters do have a purpose. Because y'all listening in, you didn't know, like right before the show started, and he was trying to post a show, and he's like, M5's over here complaining about the filters, and I'm like, I guess they do have a purpose.
Well, that's the IG filters. I use actual filters that you would buy on your computer to use on your
Oh,
computer.
word.
Yeah. This was not done on the phone. I'm pretty sure you can do amazing stuff on the phone,
can.
but but I was like, let me stick to what I know, which is the computer. So if I lose anything and I get I'm not gonna be happy. So so it's all computer based.
What about in the real world, and how's your visual art game? You got any
visual arts as far as photography or painting?
Yeah, painting, drawing, all that.
Yeah, painting. I'm not good at it.
Okay,
but I do have paintings that eventually they will. I know they will sell.
Ooh,
but they're just not selling right now.
Any of them sitting on your IG to display or?
I think on my TikTok for sure. Mind you, I can't even tell you, my phone's dead. But and I did a whole bunch of posts on it. But it's weird art, but it just depends on.
I didn't mean to. It just plays without me not even.
Yeah, so you got M5 Vibe. It should be I think I pinned it at the top so people can see the merch and check it out. But photography, I picked up photography I think around 2011, and I know I have a really good eye for photography.
Nice.
I like to run around the city, shoot things. I take some pretty amazing pics, but I kind of fell off of that once, after years passed by and I started getting into other things. But I kind of just picked up the camera recently and really trying to, pick up where I left off. So the things I knew before, take that, but how can I get better with photography? So I have a love for photography, a deep appreciation for it too. But yeah, I think that's the extent of my visual arts.
Okay, I see you. I also see your dog's getting a lot of love on here too.
They love Unity. Shout out Big Unity. He's at home, probably waiting for me.
Big Unity.
Yeah, Big U.
Big U.
He's actually okay. So I have a song called "For the P," which it would be too much editing to even put on the radio. but I was really happy because I sampled him at the very end. He was like, "I'm a dog," and then I got him to I was like howling. And I put the mic to him, and then he's like, "Ow." Then I was like, I got it. So I put him in the song, and it's like, you just made your first debut feature on my album. Congratulations. Congratulations, Big U.
Big U is on the album.
I was gonna put featuring Big U on there, but I was like, nah, it's a little bit too far,
Featuring Big U. You don't want the celebrity to flow on the dog's head,
He's already a star. He already act like it, so.
Shout out to Big U.
Yeah, he's funny. He's one of the. He's a smart. Everybody says the dog's smart.
Yeah.
They probably are, but I'm like, this dude, you might as well be a person.
Oh,
you might as well be a person.
What kind of tricks does he do?
He does all the standard to sit, down, stay, just stay pretty well. I can go to the other room, put treats out there, and I try to have him exercise his nose. So I just hide the treats, and then I was like, go get it. Then he'll do that. He knows how to shake. He knows how to play dead. He knows to circle. He knows how to circle around. Man, what else does he loves? I don't know. He loves. One funny thing I did when he was younger, I was like, okay, I'm not a dog or a wolf, but it's like maybe if I put YouTube wolves, and then I can show him his ancestors when he's a baby, he'll learn the code of the wolves. Maybe he'll just learn it through
okay.
That's how he learned how to howl.
Wow.
Yeah, I had him up to the thing, and he was a baby, and then the wolves were howling. Oh, and then he his little baby voice. I'm like, oh. That's like a proud dad at that moment,
That's
like
dope.
A proud dad.
Well, man, it's been a dope show in 5 Vibe. Thanks for kicking it with us, man. I know you got this concert coming up here, April 2nd.
Yes, a High Dive Bar. Please come see us. It's going to be a vibing show. Amazing artists going up there. Sean The Shaman, General Wealth, Greg Cypher, Moya Bree, Justice Bada, and my main man, New Intel. Come through. $10 at advance, $15 at the door.
All right. Well, before we part here, man, anything you want to say or anything like that?
I'll just shout out to all the love that everybody's been showing me since I've been in this city.
Yeah.
So of course, it's rough moving somewhere and not really knowing anybody. So shout out to the people who kind of guided the way since I've been here. Shout out to my mom, my brother, my sister, my loved ones back in Eugene, in the military, back in Colorado, around the world, man, Germany, Asia.
Yes.
So shout out everybody, man. Much love to y'all. And yeah, we'll just progress and success.
Yes, always, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another edition of Fresh Juice. This was 599. Remember, next week is 600, y'all, and we want you all to get involved. So feel free to email dbellis@live.com, dbellis@live.com, dbelles@live.com, dbelles@live.com. Send us a video of us congratulating us, or you can also join us live via video as well shortly. We want you to get involved for show 600 next week, April 6th. We'll also be joined in studio by C2B. He's an artist that we interviewed back all the way in 2019. And we feel free to bring back someone from the past for like a special episode for 600. So we want you involved, but CTB will be there as well. Mixcloud, go to there for Fresh Juice past archives. Mixcloud.com/Fresh Juice Podcast, Mixcloud.com/Fresh Juice Podcast. You can follow Fresh Juice on Twitter and IG at Fresh Juice Media. Fresh Juice Media, there you go. Spotify, follow all the music on tonight's program and past shows. Lock it in. Spotify, Fresh Juice Mix 2022. Fresh Juice Mix 2022. And of course, follow us on Facebook in our special Fresh Juice group, facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media, facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. Well, for now, we're going to say peace out. The Neon Ghost show is next, so you can check that out following the program at 11 p.m. And as always, keep sipping that fresh juice, and peace and bless.